Looks like we're up and running. I'm continuing with the playthrough and out of the park baseball 18 with my drafted Reds team. After what happened yesterday, I got James Shields out of the rotation. I'm gonna try to send him down to the minors. I don't know. He might be necessary for depth. I'm gonna give Yosmero Pettit here, who's had some decent starts. Well, he's had some bad starts too. But I'm going to give him a chance in the major leagues to make a start. He's really a reliever these days, but he does have enough stamina probably to get to the fifth inning. He's got control, so he's probably not going to walk too many people. He does have a very good changeup too. So we're going to see, I don't know, yeah, he's a fly ball pitcher, which is probably not good for a Great American Ballpark. But we'll see how he performs. I don't have a whole lot of options right now. John Gray is on the disabled list. So he's going to be coming off soon. He's got 6 days. I'm going to send him down on a rehab assignment, though. I'm not just going to bring him straight up to start. So I'm going to give him a couple starts in AAA. And I'm kicking around some ideas here. I don't know. I didn't want to bring up Ozzie Albies this year, but I keep thinking about it. He's got speed. He can already play defense. And I can't imagine he'd hit any worse than Andrelton Simmons does. He'll be a little bit worse at shortstop than Simmons, but he'll probably hit better, and he's got speed to steal with. I can at the very least bring him up and give him some spot starts at short and see if it improves us offensively and doesn't have too big an impact on the defensive side of things. I keep kicking that around. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I'm definitely going to let him I'm going to let him play. We got finish today, got an off day tomorrow, and then we go to Tuesday, August 1st in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to let him play for the next couple days. I don't know if there are games on the schedule. Let's see. Huh. It's saying they've already played the game. Oh, okay. They played the game today. No game tomorrow. All right. I put Adrian Gonzalez up on the trade block. I don't know. That might have been a stupid idea. I'm going to go ahead and shop him around real quick and see what's available. Now, the thing about shopping these guys around, you can do it anytime you want, but it does have an effect on their morale. It'll have effect on their transactions. So right now he's normal. If I shop him around, he might not be happy about that. But overall, he's happy. He'll probably stay happy if I shop him around, so it's not going to hurt me too badly to do it. So I'm going to shop him around and see what they offer me. Now, you see he's making $14 million. Check out his contract. He makes $14 million next year. And third year is a vesting option requiring 550 plate appearances. Now this is where you can get dirty. All right, so he's going to come back. If he does come back next year, he'll be making $14 million. He's in decline at this point. You know, he's not playing badly. I think, let's see, his on-base percentage is, yeah, his slugging percentage is still good. His on-base percentage has dropped off considerably. His batting average is down a little bit. And he's probably going to be worth 2 wins, maybe a little bit better this year. And for $14 million, two wins for $14 million is pretty good. But there are a lot of really good free agents that are going to be available next year. And some of them are first basemen. So I could try to get rid of the contract and sign a nice free agent next year. the other thing, going back to this vesting option with 550 plate appearances, if I do bring him back next year, chances are I'm not going to want to pay him $13.6 million in 2019. So what you do is you sit them and you don't give them 550 plate appearances. That's dirty. And if I was, I wouldn't feel good about that if this was real life and this is a real person and all that kind of stuff. But you have to do what you have to do, especially here in a small market like Cincinnati. Let's see, check out. Yeah, my payroll. Let's see, my budget's supposed to go up next year, but I don't have a lot of money to play with. Some of my players are going to hit arbitration. They're probably going to get big raises. I know Jurickson Profar will likely get a big raise here. So I'm going to be paying out more money. If I want to get any sort of free agents, I probably need to try to get rid of Adrian Gonzalez's contract. And, it seems like a dirty thing to do. He's been a productive player, been a good player, all that kind of good stuff. But reality is I just don't have a lot of money to play with. And he's a declining player. So I'm going to shop him around here, see what's available. Probably nothing. I'm guessing there's probably nothing available. Or at least not much. Nothing that you really want. They might give me a contract. Oh, no team. Nothing. Nothing. He's been a productive first baseman this year, and I'm not getting anything back. It's because he's making so much money and has a contract for next year, though. So, harsh reality of the game, I guess. He'll be, now see, he's unhappy about transactions since I shopped him around. And I didn't really get anything out of it. His morale's still great. But that did affect his mood about the transactions. And so chances are he's going to come back next year. I'm going to have to pay him $14 million. And I basically have to sit him so he doesn't get 550 plate appearances next year. It's just the way it's going to have to work. It shouldn't be too hard. Just sitting him against left-handed pitching, he's only going to get 586 plate appearances projected this year. So it shouldn't be too difficult to do. And players tend to get injured. But I don't want to have to pay him $13.6 million 2 years from now. So we're going to try to get out of that contract. See, when you draft your team, you really don't have any input into how much the players are going to get paid. You can kind of guess. It's one of the reasons I don't pick well-established stars, because if you look at the free agents that are available, they're upcoming this year. I mean, look at all these really high quality. Oh wait, clear the filter. Really high quality free agents that are out there. I mean, these guys are out there at the end of the year. If they don't sign an extension this year with their team, so if you draft a Jose Altuve, there's a chance that he'll have a contract. I don't know how that works out. It might be how many years of service the player has, but certain players have contracts, others don't. So at the end of the year, after you've drafted Jose Altuve, and he was picked in the first round, 26 overall, you have to re-sign him or you're going to lose him. And that's one of the reasons I don't pick many established players. Of course, the one I did pick, well, two I did pick, Adrian Gonzalez and Kendrys Morales, they both have $14 million contracts. I got rid of the Morales contract, although he was probably the best hitter on my team. I just couldn't play him in the field. He was a very good pinch hitter. But I don't want to pay $14 million for a pinch hitter. So these are the things you have to think about. But all these really good free agents are out there if they don't sign extensions with their team. Madison Bumgarner, I mean, he's not making that much now, but he'll probably be raking it in after he signs his contract here. And I won't be able to afford a Bumgarner, but I might be able to pick off a decent free agent if I've got money available in my budget. You know, there are good players out here that aren't quite up to the level of a Bumgarner or a Altuve that can really help the team. Yeah, I can't get Trout either. But, alright, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to finish the day. I thankfully have an off day. Now, the other thing I could do, I could bring up Everth Cabrera. Cabrera's already on the 40-man roster. He's playing pretty well. He's got speed, which I'd like. He's a decent shortstop. I could do that instead of bringing up Ozzie Albies. I just think, you know, Albies is the guy with the future. He's better at shortstop right now. He has just a little bit more speed. The thing about it, though, I'll get him on the 40-man. I'll start his clock. He'll be on his way to arbitration sooner. I could keep him down here all year and not start it till next year. But I don't know. I might need him in the lineup. I do. You know, I don't want to completely give up on this year. I'd like to try to win, try to get to the playoffs. But I'm not gonna trade high value prospects away right now at what I think is not a very good chance to go far in the playoffs. This guy must have been hitting really good if he's ice cold with a 353 average. He's still getting hits. I don't know. I guess you're slumping if you're not getting 2 hits a game if you're hitting 353. Derek Fisher's hitting well since I sent him back down to the minors. Alright, today's the trading deadline. So once I hit this, I can't go back and try to make a move, non-waiver move, to improve my team. The way waivers work in OTP, it's a little different. You put players into a trade, and they go out on waivers then, and you don't find out until they've been claimed that you can't make the trade. I think it's kind of annoying. I don't even bother with it, really. But it's just the way it works. I guess they had to simplify it somehow for the game. All right, player development. Well, Shields is not what he used to be. That's not a surprise. Yasmero Pettit's stuff's dropped off. Perdomo. Looks like he's now officially a 5-star starting pitcher. Edwin Diaz is as well. Clevenger dropped off, although he's been pitching very well. Profar now has average power. Interesting, his speed improved. Lewis Brinson's potential dropped off, although his power increased. Mostly, this is good news. I generally see a lot of negative stuff, but here, this is a good development report. Except for Cody Poteet. He's completely lost it. I think I had him up here at AA and he was overmatched and he got chewed up. I think I screwed that up. Eric Jagiello's kind of raking down here. Look at that OPS. Well, I might have to try to figure out some way to get him up to AAA. He might even be able to help on the Major League roster. Problem is, let's see, I've got Mike Ford up here. And he's got a nice slash line. This is a big decision. Right now, I've got Ozzie Albies down here playing third base. I'm trying to improve him so he can be a utility guy. You know, if he's not going to be a starter, he could at least be a good utility guy. And he's playing third base. I could bring... I could bring Jagiello up to AAA, let him play third base. He's worth 4.1 wins. He's really hitting. I think I might do that. All right. I'm going to move him up to AAA. I'm going to send down Yandy Diaz, who has been playing very poorly lately. So he's going back down to AAA. And we're going to promote Ozzie Albies to the major leagues for the first time. I'm going to ask the manager, see what he wants. Yandy Diaz in at third base. I think what I might do, I don't know if he could probably still improve a little bit at second base. He needs to play the outfield a little bit. I got Judge in left. Well, I guess I'll force start at second base. So we're going to set game strategy. He's going to be force started at second base. We'll get him a little bit more experience there. Now let's see what they come up with. Alright, now Jagiello's playing third base. I think it's a DH league anyway. Alright. We might get Diaz a little bit of more experience in the outfield as well if we ever bring Aaron Judge back up. I mean, look at my pitching staff. Everybody should be well rested. Looks like they are. we've had time to rest. Fulmer's 100% rested. I might go ahead and hit him in the rotation. Norris should be ready after that. I might skip Tyler Skaggs here, although I'll skip Tyler Skaggs whenever possible because he does have his day-to-day injury. But it's going to be for 4 weeks. If I can't pitch him for 4 weeks, that's really going to hurt the team. And he probably shouldn't be pitching with a sprained ankle. But I guess the way the injuries work in this game, it says it only influences his running. So in reality, you probably wouldn't pitch with a sprained ankle, but in OOTP world, that's just affecting his running to first base and when he lays down a bunt. So he's probably he's probably more prone to re-injure it, but he's okay to pitch. But I'm still going to avoid pitching him whenever possible. We'll get Yosmero Pettit a start here, probably before too long. All right. And we'll probably start Ozzie Albies today. I can put him as backup in these different. I might even start Albies at short. All right. Play the game today at Pittsburgh. Jurickson Profar right now has a day-to-day injury for the next 2 weeks, and it's having a pretty serious effect on him. Minimal effect on hitting, but moderate on running, and minimal on throwing. So I might give Profar a day off at second base. We'll lead off with Ozzie Albies to see how he does. Let's see. Oh. He's going to be facing Noah Syndergaard. So welcome to the Major Leagues, Ozzie Albies. Heimer Candelario. Oh, he's already in the game. Wonder why Brandon Moss wasn't playing. I think Peyton would probably all right. Peyton would probably make a pretty good center fielder. I think he just needs some more experience. We'll see. Welcome to PNC Park in Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Pirates will be hosting the Cincinnati Reds. Pitching today for the Pirates, Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard has a 9-6 record with a 2.86 ERA. He struck out 152 batters in 125 and 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Ozzie Albies. Albies making his Major League debut today at second base. Probably should have tried to bunt for a hit. He's got a good chance to do that. Albies strikes out for the first out of the inning. One down. That brings Mark Payton to the plate. Payton hitting .333 with 1 home run and 1 RBI. Syndergaard delivers. Ground ball down to first base. Canha takes it to the bag unassisted. 2 down the inning. Brings up the Reds' first baseman Adrian Gonzalez, hitting .269 with 18 home runs and 50 RBIs. Pop up, ground ball to second base, the shortstop on the right-hand side of the second base bag. He throws out Gonzalez, and that ends the inning. The Reds fail to score here in the top of the first. Starting for the Reds today, Michael Fulmer. Fulmer has a 9-6 record with a 2.78 ERA. He struck out 125 batters in 139 in a third innings pitched. He'll be facing Ketel Marte. Marte playing center field for the Pirates today. He's hitting .235 on the season with 2 RBIs. Marte strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Curtis Granderson at the plate. Granderson hitting .291 with 31 home runs and 71 RBIs. Making his bid for the MVP. Line shot to center field. Payton's able to make the catch. 2 down the inning. Brings up Justin Turner. Turner hitting .312 with 13 home runs and 60 RBIs. He strikes out here for the last out of the bottom of the first. No score here in Pittsburgh after 1. Brandon Moss steps up to the plate. Moss hitting .238 with 9 home runs and 25 RBIs. Ground ball down to second. Barreto up with it, throws to first. Moss is retired. 1 down in the inning. Heimer Candelario at the plate. Candelario hitting .261 with 15 home runs and 48 RBIs. Looper to left field. Granderson under it, makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. Brings up the right fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .249 with 14 home runs and 38 RBIs. Syndergaard delivers. Strikes out Brinson for the last out of the top of the second. And after 1.5, there's no score here in Pittsburgh. Brings up Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts hitting .300 with 17 home runs and 57 RBIs. Fulmer delivers. Strikes out Bogaerts for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Franklin Barreto at the plate. Barreto hitting .179 with 2 RBIs. Ground ball to third base. Barreto's retired. 2 down. Brings up Drew Robinson. Robinson hitting .253 with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. Robinson draws a walk. He's on at first base with 2 down. He's got decent speed over there. Fulmer throws over. Robinson back. Mark Canha at the plate. Canha hitting .209 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Fulmer checks the runner, delivers to Canha. Strikes him out for the last out of the bottom of the second. No score here in Pittsburgh after 2. Carson Kelly steps up to the plate. Kelly hitting .238 with 3 home runs and 22 RBIs. Syndergaard delivers. Strikes out Kelly for the first out of the third inning. 1 down. Andrelton Simmons steps in. Simmons hitting .219 with 4 home runs and 24 RBIs. Ground ball back up the middle. Bogaerts up with it, throws to first. Simmons is retired. 2 down the inning. Brings up Michael Fulmer. Fulmer hitting .182 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. He must have scared Syndergaard because he just gave him a walk. He's down at first base. Let's see. 2 down in the inning. Ozzie Albies at the plate. Albies 0 for 1 today. Ground ball back up the middle. Barreto fields it, takes it to the bag himself to force Fulmer, and that ends the inning. After 2.5, no score here in Pittsburgh. Salvador Perez steps to the plate. The Pirates catcher hitting .295 with 20 home runs and 60 RBIs. Interesting that he decides to bat him 8th. Is he in the doghouse? He strikes out here for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Noah Syndergaard at the plate. Syndergaard hitting .286 this year with 5 home runs and 13 RBIs. I know he tagged me for one of those home runs. Fulmer delivers. Strikes out Syndergaard for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ketel Marte at the plate. Marte 0 for 1 on the day. Strikes out here for the last out of the bottom of the third. No score here in Pittsburgh after 3. Mark Payton steps in, the center fielder 0 for 1 today. Ground ball down to first base. Oh! They mess up the exchange there. Looks like the error is going to be on Syndergaard. But Payton's on first base with nobody out in the inning. Let's see. Oh, wow. Syndergaard not very good at holding runners at all. Perez has a good arm. I'm going to give Payton the green light anyway. 1 strike to count. All right. We're going to let Gonzalez swing away. Payton down at first base. Nobody out in the inning. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 1 today. 1-1 the count. Ground ball down the first base line. That might be extra bases for Gonzalez. He's into second base with a double. Payton moves up to third base. Runners at second and third. Nobody out in the inning. For Brandon Moss. Moss 0 for 1 on the day. Just needs to make contact to the outfield here to get the runner Payton in from third base. But he strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Heimer Candelario at the plate. Candelario 0 for 1 on the day. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Still runners at second and third. Lewis Brinson steps up. Brinson 0 for 1 today. Line shot to right center field. That gets back to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Brinson's into second with a double. He has 2 RBIs on the hit. The Reds take the lead 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. Brinson's still down at second base. Carson Kelly at the plate. Kelly 0 for 1 today. Ground ball down to third base. Ooh, but Turner has to put it in his pocket. He's not getting Kelly at first. All hands are safe. Runners at first and third. 2 down. Andrelton Simmons stands in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Syndergaard delivers. Ground ball to second base. Barreto up with it. Throws to first. Simmons is retired. But the Reds score 2 runs here in the top of the 4th. They take the lead 2-0 after 3.5. Curtis Granderson steps up. The left fielder 0 for 1 today. Fulmer walks him. He's on first base with nobody out. That brings up Justin Turner. Turner 0 for 1 today. Fulmer throws to first. Granderson back. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Ooh, that's a 2-6-3 double play. 2 down the inning. Brings up Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 1 today. Fulmer delivers. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws to first. Bogaerts is retired, and that ends the bottom of the 4th. After 4, the Reds lead the Pirates 2-0 here in Pittsburgh. Michael Fulmer steps up. He drew a walk earlier today. Syndergaard strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Ozzie Albies at the plate. Well, 2 strikes to count. Albies tried to get a bunt down. Syndergaard wasn't having it. Ground ball down to first base. Canha up with it, takes it to the bag. Albies is retired. He's 0 for 3 in his debut today. Brings up Mark Payton, 0 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to second base. Barreto up with it, throws to first. Payton's retired. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th, but they still lead 2-0 after 4.5. Franklin Barreto steps up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Fulmer delivers. Line shot back up the middle. First base hit of the day for the Pirates. Barreto's on at first base with nobody out. Brings up the right fielder Drew Robinson. Barreto with good speed at first base. Fulmer throws over. They pitch out. Nothing doing. Fulmer checks the runner. Ground ball to second base. Albies on to Simmons. They get the force out at second base, but the throw to first is not in time. Robinson hustling down the line to beat it out. 1 down in the inning. Robinson at first base. Mark Canha at the plate. Canha 0 for 1 today. Fulmer throws over. The runner back. Ground ball back to the pitcher. He throws to Albies at second to get the lead runner. But the return throw to first is not in time. Canha beats it out. 2 down in the inning. Canha at first base. Salvador Perez at the plate. Perez 0 for 1 today. Fulmer delivers. Perez with a fly ball to right field. Oh, drops in there for a base hit. Extra bases for Perez. He's into second base. The runner Canha scores from first. And the Pirates cut the lead to 1. It's now 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th. That brings up the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. He's no automatic out. Salvador out at second base. 2 down. Fulmer checks the runner, delivers to Syndergaard. Fly ball to right field. Brinson able to settle underneath it to make the catch. And that ends the inning. But the Pirates score a run. They cut the lead to 1. It's now 2-1 here in Pittsburgh after 5. Adrian Gonzalez steps up. The Reds' first baseman 1 for 2 today. Ground ball to the shortstop. Bogart's up with it, throws to first. Gonzalez is retired. 1 down the inning. Brings up Brandon Moss. Moss 0 for 2 today. High pop up on the infield. Shortstop Bogart settles underneath and makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. Brings up Heimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to the pitcher. Syndergaard up with it, throws to first. And that ends the top of the 6th. The Reds go down 1-2-3. And after 5.5, they lead 2-1 here in Pittsburgh. The Reds really need this win. It's the top of the lineup. I think I'm going to get a pitcher up right away. I really don't see Fulmer having troubles, but I'm not going to chance it this time. Fulmer into his 6th inning of work. He'll be facing Ketel Marte. Marte playing center field today. He's 0 for 2. Fulmer delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. Marte's retired. 1 down in the inning. Curtis Granderson steps up. Granderson 0 for 1. High fly ball to right center field. Brinson moving over. Oh, Payton moving on. I'm sorry. Still not used to having Payton on the team. 2 down in the inning. Brings up Justin Turner. Turner 0 for 2 on the day. Strikes out here to end the inning. And Fulmer gets through the 6th. And the Reds still lead 2-1 here in Pittsburgh. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson 1 for 2 today with 2 RBIs. Line shot to second base. Barreto pulls it in. 1 down in the inning. Brings Carson Kelly to the plate. Kelly 1 for 2. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Andrelton Simmons steps in. Let's see. I'm going to get both Holder and Rivero up. Simmons steps up. He's 0 for 2. Ground ball to short. Bogart's up with it. Throws to first. Simmons is retired. That ends the inning. After 6.5, the Reds lead 2-1 here in Pittsburgh. Fulmer to start off the 7th inning. He's going to be facing Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 2. Ground ball to second base. Albie's up with it. Throws to first. Bogaerts is retired. 1 down in the inning. Franklin Barreto steps up. Barreto 1 for 2 today. Fly ball to right field. Brinson settles underneath it, makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. Drew Robinson steps up. Robinson 0 for 1. Strikes out here to end the inning. And after 7, the Reds lead the Pirates 2-1 here in Pittsburgh. Let's see, how many pitches does Fulmer have? 92 pitches. He's pitching a masterpiece. I'm going to go ahead and let him hit. I'm going to get the pitchers up so they're ready at the beginning of the... Fulmer strikes out to begin the inning. Brings up Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 3. Takes a shot at bunting. Down the first base line. Oh, he's going to be safe, I think. Albies on at first base with his first major league hit. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Brings Mark Payton to the plate. Payton 0 for 3. Albies gets the green light. Takes off for second base. He's in there safely with his first major league stolen base. He's now in scoring position for Payton. 1-0 the count. 1-1 the count now. Syndergaard delivers. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Syndergaard. He's up with it. Throws to first. Payton's retired. Albies moves up to third base. Brings up the first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 3 today. Line shot to left field. Oh. But Granderson's able to make a nice catch out there to retire Gonzalez. And that ends the inning. The Reds threaten, but they fail to score. It's now 2-1 after 7.5. All right. Mark Canha steps to the plate. Canha 0 for 2. Uh-oh. High deep drive to center field. Payton moving over. Makes the catch. 1 down in the inning. Brings up the catcher, Salvador Perez. Perez 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Has the power to take Fulmer deep. Hits a ground ball to shortstop. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. 2 down in the inning. That brings the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard, to the plate. Syndergaard 0 for 2 today. Still no easy out. Fulmer delivers. Strikes out Syndergaard to end the inning. Fulmer with 8 strong innings today. And the Reds lead the Pirates 2-1 after 8. Brandon Moss steps up to the plate. Moss 0 for 3. He'll be facing the new Pirates pitcher Ryan Dull. Dull 0-6 with a 3.69 ERA. He strikes out Moss to begin the inning. 1 down. Heimer Candelario steps up. Candelario 0 for 3 today. Looper to left field. Nice catch by Granderson. Steal a base hit from Candelario. 2 down. Lewis Brinson steps up. Brinson 1 for 3. Strikes out Brinson to end the inning. After 8.5, the Reds lead 2-1 here in Pittsburgh. Honestly, I probably should have got Rivero up with all these lefties. Well, I didn't know Arcia was going to be pinch hitting. All right. We're going to get Edwin Diaz into the game. Diaz is 2-2 with a 1.93 ERA. He struck out 58 batters in 37 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia hitting .248 with 12 home runs and 38 RBIs. Diaz delivers. Diaz working for his 25th save of the season. Strikes out Arcia to begin the inning. 1 down. Curtis Granderson at the plate. Granderson having a very nice season, but he's 0 for 2 today. Diaz delivers. Strikes out Granderson for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 down. Justin Turner at the plate. Turner 0 for 3 today. Diaz would love to get him out here and make a nice, easy 1-2-3 9th inning. Oh, but he walks him. He's on first base for Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 3. Diaz throws over. Turner back. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it. Goes the short route to Albies at second. And they cut down Turner. That ends the game. The Reds win here in Pittsburgh 2-1 to take back first place. Fulmer with a nice performance. Edwin Diaz comes in the 9th to lock it down. And the Reds beat Noah Syndergaard and the Pirates to reclaim first. Alright, let's look at the standings. So whatever I do right here is going to directly affect me in the standings. I need to win these games. I don't know who's supposed to be starting today. Let's check it out. It's got Clevenger starting, but Norris is rested. I can put him in the rotation. Or skip to his spot in the rotation. How about that one? I'll probably skip over Skaggs if I can. I think he's... Looks like, no, 78% rested. He's not ready to go anyway. All right. We'll get the top of the rotation to start all these games. Looks like the bullpen is ready to go. I'm going to let Profar play today. We're going to play Albies again, but we'll play him at shortstop. Let's look at Joe Kelly's. Joe Kelly's not the dominant type of pitcher. He does have some good pitches. Play Brandon Moss. try that configuration. Welcome to PNC Park in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates are hosting the Cincinnati Reds. Starting for the Pirates today, Joe Kelly. The right-handed pitcher is 8-7 with a 3.85 ERA. He struck out 105 batters in 119 and a third innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds second baseman Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .267 with 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. 1-2's the count. Kelly delivers. Ground ball past the shortstop into the outfield for a base hit. Profar's on at first base. Lewis Brinson at the plate. Brinson, the right fielder, hitting .249 with 14 home runs and 40 RBIs. Kelly delivers. Strikes out Brinson for the first out of the inning. 1 out. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. Gonzalez hitting .268 with 18 home runs and 50 RBIs. Profar down at first. High, deep drive to right field. Gonzalez just took Kelly deep for a 2-run home run. And the Reds are up 2-0 here in the top of the first. That brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss hitting .232 with 9 home runs and 25 RBIs. 0-2 the count. Kelly delivers. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Moss. He's on at first base with 1 down. That brings Mark Canha to the plate. Canha hitting .258 with 15 home runs and 48 RBIs. Ground ball down to first base. Hosmer up with it. Tosses to Kelly, who's covering. Moss moves up to second base. 2 down. Brings up the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly hitting .240 with 3 home runs and 22 RBIs. Moss still down there at second base. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Kelly jumps off the mound. Fields it, throws to first. And Kelly's retired. But the Reds score 2 here in the top of the first. And they have a 2-0 lead here in Pittsburgh. Pitching today for the Reds, Daniel Norris. Norris has a 7-9 record with a 3.28 ERA. He has struck out 126 batters in 131 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury hitting .280 with 7 home runs and 29 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it. Throws to first. Ellsbury's retired. 1 down. Brings up the Pirate left fielder Curtis Granderson. Granderson hitting .288 with 31 home runs and 71 RBIs. Norris delivers. Strikes out Granderson for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Xander Bogaerts steps up. Bogaerts hitting .297 with 17 home runs and 57 RBIs. Norris strikes him out here for the third out of the bottom of the first. And after 1, the Reds lead the Pirates 2-0 here in Pittsburgh. Albert Almora steps up. Almora hitting .229 with 3 home runs and 23 RBIs. Hard ground ball down to first. Hosmer up with it, takes to the bag himself. Almora's retired, 1 down in the inning. That brings Daniel Norris to the plate. Norris hitting .250 with a home run this season. High fly ball to left center field. Granderson moving over. Makes a catch. Norris is retired. 2 down in the inning. That brings up Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .250. Bunts for a hit. Back to the catcher. Or back to the pitcher, Kelly. And he's up with it. Throws to first. Albies is retired. After 1.5, the Reds lead the Pirates 2-0 here in Pittsburgh. Justin Turner steps to the plate. The Pirates' third baseman hitting .310 with 13 home runs and 60 RBIs. Norris delivers. Ground ball down to first base. Gonzalez up with it, underhands it to Norris, who covers, and Turner's retired. One down. Oswaldo Arcia steps up. The right fielder hitting 247 with 12 home runs and 38 RBIs. Norris delivers. Line shot to right field. Base hit for Arcia. He's on at first base with one down. That brings up the Pirate catcher Salvador Perez. Perez hitting 296 with 20 home runs and 61 RBIs. Norris throws bat over to first. The runner back. Checks the runner, delivers to Perez. Line shot to the left side of the infield, base hit for Perez. Now there are runners at first and second with one down. Brings up the first baseman Eric Hosmer. Hosmer hitting 253 with 8 home runs and 38 RBIs. Let's see. Norris checks the runners, delivers. Line shot to second base. Hosmer hits a line shot to second base. Profar picks it off for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings up the second baseman Ketel Marte. Marte hitting 222 with 2 RBIs. Norris checks the runners, delivers. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it, throws to first. Marte's retired. And that ends the bottom of the second. The Pirates threaten, but they fail to score. The Reds lead 2-0 after 2. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Line shot back up the middle, base hit for Profar. Now 2 for 2. Brings the right fielder Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 1 today. Profar down at first base. Kelly strikes out Brinson for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Adrian Gonzalez steps up. Gonzalez 1 for 1 on the day with a 2-run home run. Kelly delivers. Strikes out Gonzalez for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brandon Moss steps up. The Reds left fielder 1 for 1 today. High deep drive to right field. I think Moss got all that one. 2-run home run for Moss. That puts the Reds up 4-0 here in the top of the third. Oh. Heimer Candelario stands in. Candelario 0 for 1 today. Kelly delivers. Hard hit ball down to first base. Hosmer up with it. Underhands to Kelly, who covers. And Candelario is just nipped at first base. That ends the inning, but the Reds score 2 runs. They increased their lead to 4. It is now 4-0 Reds after 2.5. Joe Kelly steps up to the plate. Kelly hitting 128 with 3 RBIs. Pop up on the infield. First baseman Gonzalez sells underneath it. Makes the catch. 1 down the inning. Brings up Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 0 for 1 on the day. Norris delivers. Ground ball to first. Gonzalez up with it. Tosses to Norris, who covers. And Ellsbury's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Curtis Granderson steps to the plate. Granderson 0 for 1. Strikes out here for the last out of the bottom of the third. And the Reds continue to lead here in Pittsburgh 4-0. Carson Kelly steps to the plate. Kelly 0 for 1. Line, high pop up on the infield. A little deceiving there. Bogart sells underneath it to make the catch. 1 down the inning. That brings Albert Almora to the plate. Almora 0 for 1 on the day. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Daniel Norris steps up. Norris 0 for 1. Line shot to right field. Ooh. But Arcia makes a nice catch out there to steal base hit from Norris. That ends the inning. And after 3.5, the Reds lead 4-0 here in Pittsburgh. Xander Bogaerts steps up. Bogaerts 0 for 1. Norris delivers. Line shot to right field. Base hit for Bogaerts. He's on at first base with nobody down. That brings up the third baseman, Justin Turner. Turner 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. Albie's up with it. Throws to Profar on to first. It's a 6-4-3 double play. 2 down in the inning. That brings up the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 1 for 1 today. Norris delivers. Ground ball to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws to first. And that retires the side. After 4, the Reds lead 4-0 here in Pittsburgh. Ozzie Albies steps up. Albies 0 for 1 today. Ground ball down to first base. Albies hustling down the line. Hosmer flips to Kelly, who just nips Albies at first base. 1 down in the inning. Brings up the second baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar 2 for 2 today. Ground ball down to third. Turner up with it. Throws to first. Profar's retired. 2 down in the inning. Brings up Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 2 today. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Brinson. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 2 today with a 2-run home run. Gonzalez draws a walk. There are runners at first and second for Brandon Moss. Moss a perfect 2 for 2 on the day with 2 home runs. Line shot back up the middle. That's a base hit for Moss. Runner Profar is able to, or Brinson's able to score from second base. Gonzalez moves up to third. Runners at first and third, 2 out in the inning, and the Reds now have a 5-0 lead. Brings up Heimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to second. Marte up with it, throws to first. Candelario is retired. That ends the inning and the threat. But the Reds score a run here. They extend their lead to 5. It is now 5-0 after 4.5 in Pittsburgh. Norris into his 5th inning of work. He'll be pitching to Salvador Perez. Perez 1 for 1 on the day. Norris delivers. Ground ball to short. Albies up with it. Throws to first. 1 down the inning. That brings up the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 0 for 1 today. Norris delivers. Ground ball through the right side of the infield. Hosmer with a base hit. He's on at first base with 1 down. That brings the second baseman, Ketel Marte, to the plate. Marte 0 for 1. Norris throws over to first. Hosmer back. Checks the runner, delivers to Marte. Ground ball to second. Profar to Albies to Gonzalez. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and it ends the inning. After 5, the Reds lead the Pirates 5-0 here in Pittsburgh. Carson Kelly steps to the plate. Kelly 0 for 2 today. High fly ball to center field. Ellsbury sells underneath it to make the catch. Kelly's retired, 1 down the inning. Brings Albert Almora up to the plate. Almora 0 for 2. Fly ball to right center field. Ellsbury's able to make the catch. 2 down the inning. Brings Daniel Norris to the plate. Norris 0 for 2. Oh, he strikes out here to end the inning. After 5.5, the Reds lead the Pirates 5-0. Pinch hitter for the Pirates, Jason Kreisen, Jason Kreisen. He's hitting .450 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Norris into his 6th inning of work, delivers. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it, throws to first. And Kreisen's retired. That brings Jacoby Ellsbury to the plate. Ellsbury 0 for 2. Norris delivers. High fly ball to left field. Moss moving back. He makes the catch. 2 down the inning. That brings up Curtis Granderson. Granderson 0 for 2. Norris delivers. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Granderson. He's on at first base with 2 down for Xander Bogaerts. I better get the bullpen ready. Alright. Bogart steps up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Granderson at first. Norris throws to first. Granderson back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Bogarts at the plate. Looper to left field. Moss is able to move in and make the catch. That retires Bogarts, and that ends the inning. After 6, the Reds lead the Pirates 5-0 here in Pittsburgh. Ozzie Albies steps up. The Red shortstop 0 for 2 today. Fly ball to right field. Arcia makes the catch. 1 down in the inning. That brings to the plate Jurickson Profar. Profar 2 for 3 today. Pop up on the infield. Third baseman Turner moves in to make the catch. 2 down in the inning. Brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 1 for 3. Excuse me. Line shot to left field. That'll be a double for Brinson. He's in the second base easily. He's in scoring position for Adrian Gonzalez with 2 outs in the inning. Gonzalez 1 for 2 today with a 2-run home run. He's also drawn a free pass. Pop up on the infield. Hosmer is able to settle underneath it to make the catch. And the side's retired. The Reds threaten here in the top of the 7th, but they fail to score. Score still 5-0 Reds after 6.5. Alright, the Reds really need this win. They get the bullpen active, even though Norris is pitching a very good game here. Ground ball to short. Albies up with it, throws to first. Turner's retired. Brings up the right fielder Oswaldo Arcia. Arcia 1 for 2 on the day. Fly ball to left field. Moss is under it, makes the catch. Arcia is retired, 2 down the inning. Brings up the catcher Salvador Perez. Perez 1 for 2 today. Norris delivers. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Norris up with it, throws to first. And the side's retired. After 7, the Reds still lead 5-0 here in Pittsburgh. Brandon Moss steps to the plate. He's a perfect 3 for 3 on the day with a home run. He draws a walk here. He's on at first base with nobody out for Heimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 3. Ground ball down to first base. Hosmer up with it. Tosses to Rowe. Candelario's retired. 1 down the inning. Moss moves up to second base. Moss now in scoring position for the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 3. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Albert Almora steps up. Almora 0 for 3 today. Moss still out at second base. 2 down. Almora strikes out to end the inning. And after 7.5, the Reds lead 5-0 here in Pittsburgh. They're both cold already. Well, Norris into his 8th inning of work, pitching a gem here. He'll be facing the Pirates first baseman Eric Hosmer. Hosmer 1 for 2. Hard hit ball to second base. Profar up with it. Throws to first. Hosmer's retired. 1 out in the inning. Brings Ketel Marte to the plate. Marte 0 for 2. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Marte. He's on at first base with good speed with 1 out in the inning. That brings Mark Canha to the plate. Canha pitch hitting for the pitcher. He's hitting .204 in the season with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Norris throws over to first. Marte back. Checks the runner, delivers to Canha. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it. Throws to Albies at short. Albies on to Gonzalez at first. That's a double play. That ends the inning. After 8, the Reds lead 5-0 here in Pittsburgh. Let's see, how many... Norris only has 89 pitches. He's got a chance to pitch a complete game shutout here. I really need to win the game, though. I probably ought to get a reliever in, but I'm going to let him try to pitch the complete game shutout. Norris steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day. He'll be facing Matt Albers. Albers 2-0 with a 3.25 ERA. Ground ball to short. Bogart's up with it. Throws to first. Norris is retired. 1 down. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 0 for 3 today. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Albers jumps off the mound to field it. Throws to first. Albies retired. 2 down. Jurickson Profar steps up. Profar 2 for 4 today. Hard hit ball down to first. Hosmer up with it. Takes to the bag himself. Profar's retired. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 9th. But they lead 5-0 here in Pittsburgh. Oh, wow. Gonzalez's defense went down. Well, let's see. What about David Freese? Yeah, he's still... Alright, we'll put Freese in to play first base. Almore's RA in center. Is there really a difference between Mark Payton and... Payton's a very good left fielder. Alright. We're going to put Payton in left to play defense. We'll put Albies at second base and Andrelton Simmons in at short. So we're going to go all in here. We're going to win this game. Good defense all around. And we'll get... Oh, Edwin Diaz is tired. I guess I probably should have had Rivera ready. If I need a strikeout, Altavia would be the guy to get it. Alright. We're into the bottom of the 9th. The Pirates have Jacoby Ellsbury leading off. He's 0 for 3 today. Norris into his 9th inning of work. 89 pitches on the day. Would like to make short work of the Pirates here in the 9th. Delivers. Ellsbury with a ground ball down at first base. Frees up with it. Takes to the bag himself. 1 down in the inning. Curtis Granderson steps up. Granderson 1 for 3 today. Norris delivers. Strikes out Granderson for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 down. Xander Bogaerts steps to the plate. Bogaerts 1 for 3 today. Norris delivers. Strikes out Bogaerts to end the game. Norris with a complete game shutout to extend the Reds' lead over the Pirates to 2 games in the Central. Excellent, excellent start by Norris. He's been roughed up a little bit lately, but he came to work today. He wins his 8th game of the season, and the Reds' offense, at least Brandon Moss and Jurickson Profar, well, I guess Lewis Brinson, there were several people with good days, I guess. Offense clicks just enough to put the Pirates away. All right, good couple wins. Albies is not hitting very well. I don't know. I might end that experiment too. I guess I should give him a little bit of a chance. All right. Left-handed pitcher Scott Kazmir. Profar, Candelario, Brinson, Freeze, Almora. I'm going to get Albies in to play for Profar. Profar still has that day-to-day stuff that's bothering him. It's going to bother him for the next 2 weeks. So we'll give him the day off. We'll get Albies in the lineup. We'll play Simmons since it's a left-handed starter. Brandon Moss has a hot bat, even though it's a lefty. I think I'd rather see him playing than Peyton. Let's see. We'll let Albies lead off. We'll bat Almora second. We'll see if maybe that helps him get out of his funk. We'll even bat Andrelton Simmons up a little bit in the lineup. See if that helps. All right. Welcome to PNC Park, where the Pittsburgh Pirates are hosting the Cincinnati Reds. The Pirates today will be starting Scott Kazmir. Kazmir 2-5 with a 6.32 ERA. He struck out 53 batters in 62 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds' second baseman Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .125 on the season. Three-two the count. Kazmir delivers. Strikes out Albies to begin the inning. One down. Albert Almora to the plate. Red center fielder hitting .226 with 3 home runs and 23 RBIs. Line shot to left field. Base hit for Almora. Might be extra bases. He coasts into second with a double. And he's in scoring position for Lewis Brinson with 1 down. Lewis Brinson, the Reds right fielder, hitting .252 with 14 home runs and 40 RBIs. Kazmir delivers, 3-1 the count. Brinson draws a walk. Runners at first and second, 1 down. David Freeze at the plate. Freeze hitting .234 with 9 home runs and 28 RBIs. Kazmir delivers. Line shot to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Freeze. Almora trying to score from second. He's in there safely. And the Reds take the lead 1-0 on the David Freeze single. 1 down. Runners at first and second. Mark Candelario steps to the plate. Candelario hitting .256 with 15 home runs and 48 RBIs. Kazmir delivers. Deep shot to right center field. Looks like that gets back off the wall. Runner's going to score from second base, Brinson. Freeze moves up to third. Candelario in with an RBI double. Runners at second and third, 1 down. Brandon Moss at the plate. Moss hitting .247 with 10 home runs and 28 RBIs. Kazmir delivers. Deep shot to left field. But Granderson's able to make the catch. Runners tag up in advance. Freeze scores. Candelario moves up to third. It's now 3-0 Reds. 2 down. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. The Reds shortstop hitting .217 with 4 home runs and 24 RBIs. Kazmir delivers. Ground ball to short. Bogart's up with it. Throws to first. Simmons is retired. But the Reds score 3 here in the top of the first. And they lead 3-0 in Pittsburgh. Pitching today for the Reds, Mike Clevenger. Clevenger with a 9-8 record and a 3.51 ERA. He struck out 94 batters in 120 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Franklin Barreto. All right. Franklin Barreto, who's hitting 190 with 2 RBIs. Clevenger delivers. Line shot to right field. Brinson's able to make the catch out there to steal a base hit from Barreto. 1 down. That brings Curtis Granderson to the plate. Granderson, the Pirates left fielder, hitting 288 with 31 home runs and 71 RBIs. 1-0 the count. Clevenger delivers. High deep drive to right field. I think Granderson got all of that one. That's his 32nd home run of the season. And the Pirates cut the lead to 2. It's now 3-1 here in the bottom of the first. Man. All right. We're in the bottom of the first inning. We haven't gotten to the second yet. 1 down, Justin Turner steps up. The Pirates' third baseman hitting 308 with 13 home runs and 60 RBIs. 3-0 the count. Clevenger delivers. Walks Turner. He's on first base. Still only 1 down. Oswaldo Arcia steps up. Arcia hitting 248 with 12 home runs and 38 RBIs. Clevenger throws over to first. Turner back. Strikes out Arcia for the second out of the inning. Turner still down at first base. 2 down. Xander Bogaerts steps up. Bogaerts hitting 296 with 17 home runs and 57 RBIs. Clevenger delivers. Oh! Turner takes off for second base. He's in there safely. 2 down. He's in scoring position for Bogaerts. 0-1 the count. Clevenger checks the runner, delivers. Looper to right center field, going to fall in for a base hit. Runner Turner scores from second. Now the lead is only 1. It's 3-2 Pirates in the bottom of the first. Bogaerts at first base. That brings to Eric Hosmer to the plate. The first baseman hitting 254 with 8 home runs and 38 RBIs. Clevenger throws over to first. Bogaerts back. Checks the runner, delivers to Hosmer at the plate. Ground ball to third base. Candelario up with it, throws to goes the short route to second. And the runner's retired. That ends the inning, but the Pirates score 2 runs. They cut the lead to 1. Cincinnati leads 3-2 after 1. Catcher Carson Kelly steps to the plate. Kelly hitting 235 with 3 home runs and 22 RBIs. Casimir delivers. Kelly draws a walk. He's on at first base. Nobody out. The pitcher, Mike Clevenger, to the plate. Clevenger bunts. Goes down to third base. Only plays to first. Turner throws to first. Clevenger's retired. The runner, Kelly, moves to second. 1 down. Ozzie Albies at the plate. Albies 0 for 1 today. Casimir strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Albert Almora at the plate. Almora 1 for 1. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer has it. Tosses to Casimir, recovers. Almora's nipped at first. And that ends the top of the second. After 1.5, the Reds lead 3-2 here in Pittsburgh. Pirate catcher Hector Sanchez stands in. Sanchez hitting 298 with 6 home runs and 16 RBIs. Clevenger delivers. Strikes out Sanchez for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jason Kreizan stands in. Kreizan hitting 429 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Clevenger delivers. Kreizan trying to bunt. 0-1 to count. Deep drive to left center field. That's going to get in for a base hit. Brinson tries to get back in the infield. Oh, that's Almora. I'm sorry. Almora tries to get back in the infield, but Kreizan's into third base with a triple. 1 out in the inning. Scott Casimir at the plate. Casimir hitting 077. Ground ball to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Casimir. I think the Reds did him a favor by playing the infield in. That's not something I would probably have done. I probably should have adjusted that. Casimir on at first with a base hit. 1 out in the inning. Franklin Barreto at the plate. Barreto 0 for 1. High deep drive to left field. Barreto got all of that one. The score is now 5-3 Pirates. And Clevenger seems to be losing gas fast. Let's see. Lots of lefties in the lineup. We'll get Felice up as well. He's good. Curtis Granderson steps to the plate. Granderson 1 for 1 today with a home run. Well, I just lost my starting pitcher. Okay, base is empty. Oh, no. Canha down at first base, 1 out in the inning. Justin Turner at the plate. Turner hitting .308 with 13 home runs and 60 RBIs. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stump. Stump 1-0 with a 2.36 ERA. He struck out 18 batters in 26 2/3 innings pitched. Line shot out to left field. Moss makes a nice catch out there to steal a base hit. 2 down in the inning. Canha still down at first base. Oswaldo Arcia at the plate. Arcia 0 for 1. Line shot to right field. Base hit for Arcia. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Xander Bogaerts at the plate. Bogaerts 1 for 1. Looper to right field. Brinson's able to make the catch, though. That ends the inning. But the Pirates do some serious damage here in the bottom of the 6th. They take the lead 5-3 after 2. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson drew a walk earlier today. Fly ball to left center field. That's going to bounce over the wall for a ground rule double. Brinson now 1 for 1 on the day. That brings up David Freese. Freese 1 for 1 with an RBI. Casimir delivers. Strikes out Freese for the first out. 1 down. Heimer Candelario steps up. Candelario 1 for 1 with an RBI. Casimir delivers. Ground ball to short. Bogaerts up with it, throws to first. Candelario is retired. Oops. Brinson moves up to third base. 2 down in the inning. Brandon Moss steps to the plate. Line shot to left center field. Ooh. But Kreisen's able to make a nice catch out there, steal a base hit from Moss. That ends the inning. The Reds fail to score in the top of the 3rd. After 2.5, the Pirates lead 5-3 here in Pittsburgh. Stump into his 2nd inning work. I guess I better get somebody up in the bullpen. 1-1 the count. Delivers to Hosmer. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it. Throws to first. Hosmer's retired. 1 down. Hector Sanchez stands in. Sanchez 0 for 1 today. Line shot to right center field. Base hit. Sanchez on at first base. 1 down. Jason Kreisen at the plate. Kreisen 1 for 1. Ground ball to second. Albies to Simmons to Gonzalez, or to Freese. 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Pirates fail to score in the 3rd. It's still 5-3 Pirates lead. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. Simmons 0 for 1 today. Casimir delivers. Ground ball to short. Bogaerts up with it. Throws to first. Simmons retired. 1 down. Let's see. Carson Kelly steps to the plate. Kelly hitting .235 with 3 home runs and 22 RBIs. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer up with it. Tosses to Kazmir, recovers. 1 down, or 2 down. That brings up Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .269 with 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. Kazmir delivers. Line shot to right field. But Arcia is able to make a nice catch out there, steal a base hit from Profar. That ends the inning. The Reds fail to score in the top of the 4th, and the Pirates lead 5-3 after 3.5. New pitcher for the Reds, Michael Felice. Felice has an 0-2 record with a 4.67 ERA. He struck out 16 batters in 17 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates pitcher, Scott Kazmir. Kazmir 1 for 1 today with an RBI. Strikes out Kazmir for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Franklin Barreto steps up. Barreto 1 for 2 today with a 2-run home run. (0-2) the count. Felice delivers. Oh. Felice manages to snag defeat from the jaws of victory. Goes from an 0-2 count to walking Barreto. Barreto on at first base with good speed. I'm going to pitch out. Oh, they were going. Barreto trying to steal second. Yes, Kelly cuts him down. 12 of 21 throwing out would-be base stealers. 2 down now. Mark Canha at the plate. Felice walks Canha. Another runner at first base. Justin Turner steps up. Turner 0 for 1 today. Line shot to left field. That's going to be a base hit for Turner. He's into second base easily with a double. Runners at second and third now, with 2 down in the inning. Felice not having a very good day. Let's go visit the mound. He feels just fine. Well, this is a left-handed batter. I think I'm going to go ahead and walk him. And we'll get Altavilla into the game. New pitcher for Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla 3-2 this season with a 4.09 ERA. He struck out 58 batters in 44 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 1 for 2 today. Altavilla delivers. Oh, ground ball through the right side of the infield. Base hit for Bogaerts. 2 runs are going to score on the play. And the Pirates now lead 7-3. That brings Eric Hosmer to the plate. Hosmer 0 for 2 today. Ground ball back to the shortstop, Albies. He's up with it, throws to first. And Hosmer's retired, but the Pirates score 2 runs. They go up 7-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Ozzie Albies steps up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Weak ground ball to shortstop. Bogaerts up with it, throws to first. Albies retired. Brings up Albert Almora. Almora 1 for 2 today. Ground ball down to first. Hosmer up with it. Almora's retired. 2 down in the inning. That brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. 1 for 1. Hit down the third base line. Base hit for Brinson. He's on at first base with 2 down in the inning for David Freese. Freese 1 for 2 with an RBI. Line shot to left field. Oh! Canha's able to make the grab out there. And the Reds go down here in the top of the 5th. The Pirates still lead 7-3 after 4.5. Hector Sanchez steps to the plate. Sanchez 1 for 2 today. Altavilla delivers. Oh, no luck with the bullpen today. Altavilla walks him. Sanchez on at first base. Jason Kreisen at the plate. Kreisen 1 for 2. Altavia throws over. Sanchez back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Kreisen at the plate. Line shot to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Kreisen. Runners at first and third. Nobody down. That brings up the pitcher, Scott Kazmir. Kazmir 1 for 2 with an RBI. Oh, he popped it up. Trying to make a bunt. Kelly makes the catch. 1 down the inning. Runners don't go anywhere. Brings Franklin Barreto to the plate. Barreto 1 for 2 today with a home run. Altavia delivers. Line shot to right field. That's going to be off the wall. Brinson plays it off the wall, gets it back to the infield, but Barreto has a double. Runners at second and third. 1 down the inning. Mark Canha at the plate. He's still going strong. All right, we'll make a double switch here. Hopefully Holder can pitch a couple innings because I'm going to need him to. We'll get Holder into the game. All right. New pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. Holder has a 4-2 record with a 2.25 ERA. He struck out 51 batters in 52 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Pirates' third baseman, Justin Turner. Turner 1 for 2 today. The bases are loaded. There's only 1 out in the inning. Holder delivers. Line shot. Ooh! To right center field. Brinson probably just saved 3 runs there. The runner does tag up from third base. Runners tag up from second and third and move up. Run scores. But it's only 9-3 as opposed to 11-3. That brings Oswaldo Arcia to the plate. Arcia 1 for 2 today. Runners at first and third, 2 down. Holder strikes out Arcia. And that ends the inning. But the Pirates do more damage here in the bottom of the 5th. They now lead 9-3 after 5. Heimer Candelario steps to play. Candelario 1 for 2 today. Fly ball to left field. Oh, that's going to drop in for a base hit. Candelario digging for third base. He's in there safely with a triple. He's in scoring position for Brandon Moss. Moss 0 for 1 today with a RBI. Line shot to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Moss. Candelario is going to score from third. Nobody out. Moss at first base. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. Gonzalez hitting .269 with 19 home runs and 52 RBIs. Line shot to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Gonzalez. Moss moves up to second base. Runners at first and second. Carson Kelly at the plate. Kelly 0 for 1 today. That's a wild one. The runners move up to second and third. 2-2 the count. Oh. Kazmir strikes out Kelly for the first out of the inning. Still runners at second and third. Jerks and Profar at the plate. Profar 0 for 1. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Profar. Runner Moss scores from third. Gonzalez moves up to third base. Runners at first and third. Ozzie Albies at the plate. Albies 0 for 3 today. Is Simmons still on the bench? No, he's been in the game. Damn. I guess I started him. I've been shifting too many people around. All right. Well, Albie's 0 for 3 on the day. Runners at first and third, 1 down. Ground ball to short. Ooh, they tried to turn the 6-4-3 double play, but Albies was hustling down the line to break it up. 2 down in the inning. Runner scores from third base. It's now 9-6. The Reds have scored 3 runs here in the top of the 6th so far. Let's see. Albert Almore at the plate. I'm going to go ahead and give Albies the green light. 1-0 the count. Albies still has the green light. 2-0 the count. Oh, 2-1. Okay, we'll let Almore hit now. 2-1 the count. Albies at first. 2 down. Albert Almore 1 for 3 on the day. Ground ball to short. Bogarts goes to first. Almore's retired. That ends the inning. But the Reds score 3 here in the top of the 6th. They cut the lead to 3. It's now 9-6 after 5.5. Brings Xander Bogarts to the plate. Bogarts 2 for 3 today with 3 RBIs. Holder into his 2nd inning of work. Line shot to right field. Brinson makes a nice catch out there. 1 down in the inning. Brings Eric Hosmer to the plate. Hosmer 0 for 3. He draws a walk, and he's on at first base with 1 down for Hector Sanchez. Sanchez 1 for 2. Holder checks the runner, delivers to Sanchez. Fly ball to left center field. Moss is able to make the catch out there. 2 down in the inning. Hosmer still at first base. Jason Kreisen at the plate. Kreisen 2 for 3. Line shot to right center field. Base hit for Kreisen. Runner Hosmer moves up to third base. Runners at first and third. 2 down in the inning. I hate to blow my whole bullpen on a game I'm probably going to lose. Runners at first and third. 2 down. Jacoby Ellsbury steps to the plate. Ellsbury hitting .276 with 7 home runs and 29 RBIs. It's a wild one. Runner tries to score from third. All he does, he scores on the play. Runner Kreisen moves up to second base. He's at second base with 2 down. Jacoby Ellsbury still at the plate. Holder delivers. Strikes out Ellsbury to end the inning. But the Pirates get a run back. They now lead 10-6 after 6. Wall's ready in the bullpen. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. He's 2 for 2 today. Be facing the new Pittsburgh pitcher Adam Warren. Warren 0-1 the season with a 3.67 ERA. Ground ball to third. Turner up with it. Throws to first. Brinson's retired. Let's see. Running out of people on the bench. All right. We'll let Mark Payton pinch hit here. Mark Payton, the pinch hitter. The left-hand batter's hitting .286 with a home run. Warren delivers. Ground ball back up the middle. Barreto up with it, throws to first. Payton's retired, 2 down. Heimer Candelario steps to plate. Candelario 2 for 3 today with an RBI. High deep drive to center field. Ooh, nice catch by Kreisen. That stole extra bases from Candelario and ends the inning. After 6.5, the Pirates lead 10-6 here in Pittsburgh. Franklin Barreto steps up. Barreto 2 for 3 today with a home run. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Wall 5 and 3 on the season with a 3.19 ERA. Pop up to second base. Profar puts away. Barreto's retired, 1 down. Mark Canha stands in. Canha hitting .203 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Ground ball down to first. Gonzalez up with it, takes it to the bag himself. Canha's retired, 2 down. Justin Turner steps in, 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Wall up with it, throws to first. Turner's retired. That ends the bottom of the 7th. But the Pirates still lead 10-6 here in Pittsburgh after 7. Moss to the plate. Moss is 1 for 2 today with 2 RBIs. Draws a walk here. He's on at first with nobody out. Nobody out in the inning for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 1 today. Fly ball to right center field. Kreisen's able to make the catch though. 1 down in the inning. Moss still at first base. Brings up the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 2 today with a free pass. High deep drive to left field. Did Kelly get all of that one? It's into the seats. 2-run home run for Carson Kelly. That just cut the Pittsburgh lead to 2. It's now 10-8 in the top of the 8th. 1 down. Jurickson Profar steps up. Profar 1 for 2 today. He draws a walk here. He's on at first base with 1 down. Well, I might get my good relievers up. For Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 4 today, struggling mightily since being promoted, batting .083. They put the hit and run on. Albies swings and misses. But Profar steals the base anyway. He's on at second base with 1 down. 0-2 to count to Albies. Ground ball down to second. Barreto up with it, throws to first. Albies is retired. Profar moves up to third base. 2 down. Albert Almora steps in. Almora 1 for 4 today. Oh, he strikes out here to end the inning. The Reds scored 2 and threatened further, but failed to score more. They trail here in the going into the bottom of the 8th, 10-8 at Pittsburgh. Well, Rivera's ready. I'm going to try to let Wall pitch this inning. Wall delivers to Arcia. Fly ball to right field. Brinson's able to make the catch. 1 down in the inning. Brings up Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts 2 for 4 today with 3 RBIs. Wall delivers. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws to first. Bogaerts retired. 2 down. Eric Hosmer steps up to the plate. Hosmer 0 for 3 today. Wall with only 13 pitches. I'm going to set down Rivero. Delivers. Ground ball down to first. Gonzalez up with it. Takes it to the bag himself. And Hosmer's retired. The Pirates fail to score in the bottom of the 8th, but they still lead 10-8. Let's see. Lewis Brinson steps up. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He'll be facing Ryan Dull. Dull 0-6 on the season with a 3.61 ERA. Dull struck out 57 batters in 47 1/3 innings pitched. And he strikes out Brinson here to start off the inning. Well, on the off chance we do tie it up, I guess Rivera is the one to pitch. Mike Freeman in to pinch hit. Freeman hitting .364 with 4 RBIs. Oh, hits the ball back up the middle. Barreto snags it, but he has to put it in his pocket. No throw to first. Freeman on with an infield single. 1 down in the inning. Heimer Candelario steps to the plate. Freeman at first. Candelario 2 for 4 on the day with an RBI. Dull delivers. Strikes out Candelario for the second out. 2 down. Brandon Moss steps up. Moss 1 for 2 today with 2 RBIs. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop Bogaerts gathers it in. And that ends the game. The Pirates win here 10-8 to avoid the sweep. Well, we kept trying to come back. I guess Albies isn't ready for the major leagues. He's not playing well at all. Clevenger got roughed up. If the bullpen could have held it down, I might have been able to win that game. Oh, he's been suspended for 6 games. So that means he'll miss at least 1 start. Alright, let's look at the standings. Pirates are 1 game back now. But at least, you know, we won 2 out of 3. I'd be a little disappointed in us if we got swept or something like that. He's actually been very productive for me. But I'd hate to sign somebody to an extension when there are so many good free agents out there next year. But we had a nice series there. It took 2 out of 3 from the team that's competing with us for first place in the Central. So I feel pretty good about what happened today. I think I'll end the stream there on a high note. Thanks for watching.